I am the administrator of Awesome Sauce. You know me, my name is Nick Shell. And what I am presenting to you today, you will be very excited about. We're gonna go back in time, 22 and a half years, maybe more. We're gonna go back in a time when I was 14 going on 15, February of 1996. I'm now 37 and a half. We're going to go back in a time when I was 2 months shy of turning 15 years old. I found this photo. This was from an event at our church, and they had it was like for Valentine's Day, like a Valentine's like church dinner, and they had Valentine's Day backdrop. So we got a family portrait made. Okay, so this is my family in February of 1996. And it just so happens there's a close-up photo I was able to find. And what I want to show you here is, little did I know, because this is back way before the time of YouTube and people being able to obsess over their perceptions of receding hairlines, but I wasn't paying attention to my temples. I'm gonna let you be the judge, but just consider this. I wasn't quite 15 yet. I was 14 and 10 months at this point. Here's me, close up. Check this out. All right, now what I want you to notice about this photo of me, look at my temples. And I think a lot of you are in this situation. Your temples look like that. They're starting to fade out a little bit. They're not as strongly framed in. When you look at my hairline itself, there's more of a contrast between my hairline and my skin. You look at my temples, it's just kind of faded where the hair is. And if you ask me, that's the first sign of my temples starting to go back. I mean, you could even see it when I wasn't even quite 15 yet. Now notice my beard wasn't connected yet. That was my facial hair at that time. A year later, by the age of 16, my beard was connected at that point. But that's me at almost age 15. That is what my hairline looked in high school as I was starting high school, basically. So, what have we learned here? For so many of you who obsess over your hairline and starting to see all these signs, I always want to remind you, okay? Yes, you may be going bald, and none of us know. I get all these questions all the time. Nick, my uncle on my mom's side has a full head of hair, but my uncle on my dad's, and they go, Nick, I have 8 loose hairs on my pillow. And now, we can speculate. But ultimately, just because you see certain signs that you think may be a warning that you're going to go bald. I mean, here's my temples today. 22 and a half years plus have passed. And now here's my temples. And here's my hair. So, if you're fearing that you're going to go bald, you might. You might go bald soon, or you might not ever go bald. Or you may have a full head of hair until you're 50 and then suddenly get a bald spot. All of those things are possible. But as far as seeing certain signs of your hairline going back here or even here, it doesn't mean you're going to go bald. Remember what I always say, if you really want to get a good projection of you at age 35, you look at a photo of yourself at age 1. That is a projection of your hair in general at age 35. It's often true. So, and it was definitely true for me. I've made several videos about this on this channel. I would suggest checking that out. And I would also consider at what point your beard was able to connect. If it was by the time you graduated high school, combined with you looking at your photo of yourself at age 1, that's going to be a good way to look, more so than looking at your mother's brother and all that stuff. We're not looking at, because if it was simply about that, any family where there's, let's say, 3 boys, it's not like they all go bald or they all keep their hair. Usually there's some variations in hair loss among 3 brothers once they're grown men, and you can see that. So we can't simplify it in that way. We have to make it personal. Make it about yourself. Make it about how did your hair look at age 1? That's a projection of you at age 35. And then also about you with your beard. Did you have a connected beard before you graduated high school at age 18? If you had a full connected beard, it is a sign that you will be losing your hair sooner than later in life. And you can also combine that with what you see in that photo of you at age 1, projecting you at age 35. Do not Instagram me. Do not email me. Do not, no. I'm not gonna respond. At best, I'll send you a link to the video saying what I said will actually help you. That is the best way you can know. So, but a ray of hope. A ray of hope is that my temples in theory were receding even at that time. I was Norwood 2 at clearly by age 24, and I've made videos about that as well. I started noticing at age 20, but by age 24 it was very clearly defined that I was Norwood 2. Age 37 and a half. This is still my hair. No, I haven't done Rogaine. No, I haven't done a hair transplant. Okay? So I don't want to give you false hope and say you'll still have this much hair when you're pushing 40, but I also don't want you to panic and freak out thinking that you definitely are going to. You can't know. But the moment you accept that you may go bald and that you can still be a confident, happy, well-liked person with or without hair, and hair doesn't define you, if you can be there at any age, then you're gonna win no matter what, like this guy right here, Nick Shell, the administrator of Awesome Sauce.